G'day, this is Hayley and I'm Brad, and welcome back to another episode of our Australia trip. Today we make a bit of a detour after our South Coast travels and head up to Australia's busiest national park.
This place is just mind-blowing.
A bit of a spanner was thrown in the works though, which led us to a place that definitely wasn't on our bingo card this year. This unconventional type of travel is honestly the most exciting and rewarding, so come along for the ride this week and make it up with us as we go.
Welcome back to another episode, and we are currently on a very narrow and windy road in the Blue Mountains.
Patrick's put me on a bit of a bloody wild goose chase here, I think. We had a bit of spare time, so we decided we'd come to the Blue Mountains. I haven't been here for a very long time. Patsy's never been here.
I don't think I've ever been here.
And yeah, we're just trying to find our way into a little free camp here, but it's I don't know what's going on. It just doesn't feel right, and I can't go backwards because this road's so tight and narrow. But yeah, we're trying to find a place called Blackheath Glen Reserve. Apparently it's at the end of this road somewhere, and then we've got what, like 3 days to explore the Blue Mountains. There's so much to do around here. We're not even going to scratch the surface really, but we'll have a good old crack. Yeah, look at this bush rock. Just make sure.
It's because that's going to land.
It'll be right. Just. Yeah. Not much room here. But anyway, we'll try and get into camp here, see what it's like. It's supposed to fill up around this time of the day, so we're hoping that there's a site there for us, otherwise we're going to be looking elsewhere. It must have had a fair bit of rain here recently. It's like washed all the road away.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's stressful. What's that? Oh, it's the bloody things on the road. I did not expect this when I woke up today. Welcome to the Blue Mountains, mate. Did you see that?
Yeah. Whee!
Oh, another traffic hazard. Yeah, beauty. That doesn't look good, guys. That camp underneath the trees.
Well, there you go. This is Blackheath Glen Reserve, a free camp in the Blue Mountains. It's actually so nice. Definitely a bit sketchy getting in here, and also like this was the last site available that we could squeeze a caravan onto. There are a few other spaces, but you could only get like a 4-wheel drive in there, so we lucked out, and it's only 1:40 in the afternoon, so yeah, we did well getting here not too late.
You read on Wikicamps that this place does fill up, hey, in the afternoon.
Yeah.
We're not sure if someone will come, like, it's fine because it's a free camp, it's like the only one in the area, but it's fine if someone comes and camps, but we probably expect someone to camp in a tent here, there and everywhere, because it is actually quite nice
So
for
nice.
a free camp, and it's going to be our home for 3 days, so be nice little running creek here. We'll put the sea gear mat down, we'll be living.
Happy days.
All right, I'll get this van off. we're starting off our Blue Mountains adventure with a bang, and there it is, the Three Sisters. That's like the biggest icon of the Blue Mountains, but we're just taking the Blue Mountains drive this afternoon. We're going full tourist mode already. As soon as we get here, we're going full-blown tourist mode. We're gonna go check out a few of the sites along this rim here, just around the town of Katoomba. And there's just lookouts and points of interest and awesome drives, and yeah.
We're hoping for a really good sunset. It's currently like 5 o'clock. Sunset should be in a few hours.
Yeah.
But it's a bit gloomy and cloudy, but we still have some time for it to pull through.
Fingers crossed.
Also, it's cold.
It is cold up here. It was like 44 degrees yesterday, and today it's like 18 degrees. So
yeah,
quite a difference there.
We're in the mountains.
Take you anywhere, mate.
I'll start.
Patsy's got a bloody bug in her eye that she can't get out, so I reckon if we bust out the saline, we'll give you a bit of a rinse. Show us your eye.
I was just walking along and my eye went black. A bug went in there.
This is gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I'm just gonna squirt it in. God, this is not how our Katoomba adventure is supposed to start.
So tiny.
Yeah, you got it?
I
Yeah,
got
good
him.
stuff. Oh.
Why did he cause me so much pain?
Okay, Three Sisters time. Survival to the rescue. Cool, there's some birds, mate. This place is just mind-blowing. Even on a gloomy day.
Yeah.
Everything's so pretty. I didn't realise you could get this close to one of the sisters. Which one's this?
I don't know. This is a sister right here.
It's Jane. That's a long way away. That's how I tell them up at the Echo Point bar to get the drinks ready. Patsy's coming.
Someone forgot his jacket, so luckily I found my old zone jacket in the bit small, mate.
Better than nothing. I should have had my rain jacket. It's just started to sprinkle. It's 15 degrees. We just had a lovely dinner there looking over the escarpment, and then we thought we'll go back to the van, but we saw something that piqued our interest. It was like a moonlight walk or something. What was it called? Like a
moonlit walk.
Moonlit walk. So there's this moonlit walk that goes down to Katoomba Falls, and we thought, well, when in Rome, let's go and do this moonlit walk. It's dark, it's late, and what an experience. Definitely not dressed for the occasion. Got the old Birkenstocks on, but we're doing it.
I just found out how to save hundreds of dollars on an upcoming trip we're planning, and I have to share this travel hack with you all because you can literally use it on any travel, whether it's in Australia or overseas, and it will save you a lot of money. So we are planning a little overseas trip this year, which is so exciting, but also a lot more expensive than the travel that we're used to, which is why we're looking at ways to save money. And the best thing that we found was the Shopback app. So if you haven't heard of Shopback before, it's a cashback app that gives you real money back on your purchases, and one of their biggest categories is travel. So basically Shopback partners with all of these brands, and then if you use the Shopback app to purchase through those brands, you'll get a percentage of your purchase back into your Shopback account, and then you can use that money for future purchases, or you can withdraw it as actual cash into your bank account. So in terms of travel, you can literally use this on your flights, accommodation, hire cars, travel insurance, you name it. Like, my mind is blown because all of these websites that I was going to book our trip on anyway, like Flight Centre, booking.com, they're all brands that Shopback is partnered with. So just by going on to Shopback's app first and then going to those websites, I'm now earning actual money back for our trip that I'm booking. Unbelievable. Also, sneak peek at where we're going on our overseas trip. So you guys can even earn $20 right now just by signing up to the Shopback app using the code G'day20, or you can use the link below, and then that $20 cashback bonus will apply once you've spent your first $20. It's free to sign up. Well, in this case, you're actually earning $20 just by signing up, and then you can start using Shopback to save on your trips today. How good is that for a travel hack? Good morning. Look what the bug did to my eye. Not good. I've had a reaction to the bug in my eye. So it's going to be a sunny's on day today, but unfortunately the sun is not out. It's very gloomy.
We're trying to motivate ourselves to go for a walk. It's 16 degrees and it's just like been super overcast all day, like 100% cloud cover, and it's going to be like that for the next 48 hours. So views in the Blue Mountain aren't great, but we're hoping that the walking trails are, you know, sort of nice even with the gloomy weather.
And I think we're gonna get very wet because it's literally like we are in like a misty,
it's called Angel
misty
Piss.
mountain.
It's not rain, it's angel piss.
It's very foggy and misty, so
yeah.
We're gonna go do the Grand Canyon Circuit walk. I think it takes maybe 2 hours. It's a loop walk and it looks very nice and rainforesty. So this is probably a good one to do when the weather's like this, because I don't think it's like lots of views, but it's just a pretty walk looping around the rainforest. So we'll go give that a crack.
Sounds good. Views are incredible here. Up in the clouds.
Looks good.
Mate, how lush is this joint? Oh, Patsy, look out. It's a bit slippery too. But I'm so glad that we made the effort and come out today, because when I think of the Blue Mountains, I think of big cliffs and massive lookouts and, you know, ravines. Didn't really think about this, like lush tropical rainforest. Any of you guys that are thinking about going up the Blue Mountains and the weather's not so great, don't be discouraged, because there's still beautiful walks like this to enjoy. Gabby. See it? Bright red.
Yeah.
It's bright red. You gonna nick me? Oh, he's gone. You see him bright red?
Yeah.
Oh, he was so cool. He was so vibrant.
Well, this is a pretty sweet little walk through this subtropical rainforest here, the Grand Canyon Walk. It took us about an hour and a half to complete, and it's about 350 meters of vertical elevation, so expect some stairs going down and coming back up out of the gorge. But yeah, we sort of were protected by the rain, and it was pretty warm down there, so it was a nice way to spend a pretty miserable day otherwise. On our way out of the national park, we did actually get lucky and got a break in the clouds, just enough to see the stunning Blue Mountains in all their glory. Well, actually not all their glory, because it was still pretty cloudy, but we got to see the beautiful blue hues created by the eucalyptus in the air and the beautiful sandstone cliff faces. It was just enough to sort of scratch that Blue Mountains itch for now, but we'll definitely have to come back in better weather. We've had a pretty actually successful day, I would say. Considering the weather, we've made the most of it, but after exercise I always have a craving for something sweet. And I saw when I was scrolling on Instagram the other day, 2-ingredient air fryer donut. I've scrounged up the ingredients. Turns out it's probably more like 6 ingredients, because we don't have self-raising flour and we don't have like vanilla yogurt, so we just got working with what we got. But apparently you just put self-raising flour and Greek yogurt, whip it together, and then chuck it in the air fryer for 10 minutes, and it makes somewhat of a donut. So let's find out together whether this is actually going to work or not. I need a 1 3/4 cups of flour. I've had to make my own self-raising flour because we don't keep self-raising flour. That's about right.
Should be right.
No sifting, just fast and loose really. Alright, so there's our self-raising flour, and we'll throw our Greek yogurt in. Should be right. Cup of this. Good stuff. Is it a cup?
I hope this works.
I actually don't see how this is going to work, but if this works, this will be a miracle. Well, it's not looking promising, but I'm gonna just skip to the next step and it says to oil my hands and then get in there and knead the dough. It's looking very dry right now. I'm just gonna work it.
Work it, baby.
And then I'm gonna divide it up into 8 little balls. Right, here we go. I'm gonna put the hole in the middle. Stretch them out a bit.
Looks like a donut. Twirl it around, Bran.
Hey, they look good. Now I'm going to throw these in the air fryer and get them cooking while I do the other batch. I am nervous and excited. It's just finished. Oh, that actually doesn't look half bad.
Wow!
That really doesn't look half bad. Maybe the holes could be bigger, but that's...
They feel like a donut? They
Yep.
kind of look like a scone.
Yeah, they're a bit donut scone. Yeah, I'll slap these in as I pull them out.
Alright, get the instructions out.
No, don't
Tell
need
me
the
how you're
instructions.
gonna
I've got it up
stick
here.
into that.
What you do is you get your plant-based oil and you brush it immediately as it comes out.
Are we plant-based now?
It's 2025. Now what you want to do is you want to get your mix, your caster sugar. This caster sugar has been with us on our whole trip around Australia, like the last 2.5 years. That definitely hasn't changed. So she's a bit clumpy. Now, chuck that in there. I like cinnamon, so I'm just on the fly here, and now we just roll it. See that? Cinnamon donut. Boom. Hey, don't stop your snickering until you try it. There's a bit of, you know, this was the plate. I'm dual purpose because I don't like washing up. That's hot. Alright, I'm diving in. Let's go, the moment of truth. A lot of criticism coming from behind the camera. That's cooked, well cooked.
That does look like a donut.
Very thick compared to a donut, but I think that's about what you expect for a 2-ingredient donut. I rate it.
The donut's gone.
Yeah.
It's good.
Tick of approval?
Can we try making one my way?
No. Well, waking up to another forecast of rain, mist and overcast weather, we decided it was time to pull the pin and get out of the Blue Mountains. We knew that we needed to head southwest in the coming days, so we thought we'd just start making our way that way and figure it out as we went. Things have escalated.
We're going to Bathurst, baby!
Yeah, we were just, the Blue Mountains is a very scenic place, and when it's like this type of weather, the scenery is invisible.
There's only so many walks and lookouts you can do, and they're not happening this weekend.
So we just sort of packed up and left camp this morning with no real plan. We just sort of started driving out. We've just gotten water at Mount Victoria, and then I saw my brother was nearby. I'm like, give him a call. I said, what the hell are you doing up here? And he goes, oh, I'm going to the Bathurst 12 hour. I said, ah, cool. Last few years we've been like in Western Australia, so we've been nowhere near.
We like motorsport.
Yeah, that's something else you probably don't know about us. We love motorsport. Patsy more than me. She's a bit more of a rev head than I am. But so we just called Bathurst Showground on a whim, just like, hey, do you have any sites available for the weekend? They've got one. Tickets are available for the race, so we're going to the Bathurst 12 hour. How sick is that?
I'm so excited.
Bathurst is only an hour away, so let's go.
Let's go to Bathurst.
Well, boy, am I glad to see the sun out. It's been a pretty unproductive day, but I'm going to try and rescue it this afternoon, and I've got a bunch of jobs I need to get done that I was going to do this weekend, but now because we're going to the 12 hour, we got to get all our jobs done before we play. Work before play. I'll get cracking on some of these jobs, and then we can enjoy our weekend guilt-free. Well, the first job on the list was to fix this dodgy cigarette plug and replace it with an Anderson. That was for our water pump. I think just after a few cycles the heat had got into it and it just made the plastic really brittle, and I think the Anderson plug is just an easier thing to use and it's just a bit more reliable. So I filled up the Anderson lugs with a bit of solder, dip the wire in, and that gets a pretty good connection. The pump that we use doesn't get used all the time and it's not permanently fixed, so I find that this method of connecting the wires is good enough. So I just threw some heat shrink on there and that was good to go. They were nice and neat and tidy. So next up was the stone stomper, and I'd actually been sort of procrastinating putting this on for quite some time, but for our trip down to Victoria, expecting to hit some gravel roads and things like that, so I thought now is a bit of time than ever to put it on. So it's pretty straightforward attaching the stone stopper brackets to the van. There's a conveniently located channel just at the front of the van, so I just pre-drilled some holes, put in some self-tappers, and she was good to go. Basically replicate that on the other side, and now the stone stopper is going to be attached, and we'll just run that permanently now. Sort of been a bit lazy putting that one on, so it feels good to get that one done. Now I also needed to get some greasing done. I heard the van squeaking quite bad when we rocked up to this showground, so I thought, why not do that little bit of maintenance as well while I'm at it. So grease up all the nipples on the car and the van, just make sure everything's nice and topped off, and we're good to go there for some dirt roads and some corrugations. Now we are heading into a mountainous area in the next few weeks, so I also wanted to make sure our handbrake was nice and tight on the Cruiser, because we do rely on that, especially when it's got the van on behind us. I don't want the ute sort of wandering off, as these 79 series tend to do. So it's pretty simple. You just need a screwdriver, take the wheel off, adjust the little gear inside the drum there, and repeat that on the other side. So yeah, I find adjusting the handbrake shoes on either side just keeps the handbrake nice and tight. You don't really have to rip the handbrake lever up to get the vehicle to hold, and it just gives me a bit of peace of mind. So I put the wheels back on, torqued all the wheel nuts down, checked the van while I'm at it, even the spare wheel carrier. It's one that can get a fair bit of shaking and vibration, so it's probably the most important one to check on the van. So get that done, and we're ready to enjoy a cool weekend at the race cars.
Jobs are done for the afternoon, and there's still a little bit of daylight, so I don't know, I really enjoy just throwing in the podcast, getting a few like manual labour tasks done. Feels good. Now we can enjoy the Bathurst 12 hour.
It's race day, baby.
I don't think you can really see us, but we are on here for the Bathurst 12 hour. We're just making our way in right now, and we are going to catch a shuttle all the way up to the top of the mountain so we can take it all in.
It's up so cool.
They're all revving up. The race starts in about 20 minutes, so we're on a bit of a mission to get up, but everyone else is here. I can't believe how many people are here.
To come up and then we'll get into it, and that lasted exactly 200 metres. Green light up Mount Straight, banging doors within the first.
Well, seeing these cars rip around Bathurst in the dark and sharing it with thousands of people up there on Mount Panorama has to be up there with one of the coolest motorsport experiences I think you can find in Australia. We spent most of the morning hanging around the top of the hill, watched a few spills and enjoyed the racing before heading down to the pits and have a look around.
Have a look at that glow. Well worth the 4 AM get up.
It was so cool to get down into the pits and be a part of what was going on down there. It's just such a hive of activity, and seeing the cars and the mechanics and the drivers up close, working on the cars, the teams working with their strategy. I don't know, it really just makes you feel like you're in on the action. So that was awesome. Unfortunately, we didn't hang around for the entire day though, as we had places to be. So we ran into Bathurst to pick up a few things. It's such a beautiful, one of the cleanest country towns I think I've ever been to. So well manicured, and I don't know, just such a friendly place. So we got what we needed there and headed south to a mate's farm, the Weeds Ranch. So we spent a couple of nice days down here just hanging out with family, experiencing some beautiful sunsets and just some quality time before we headed south and into Victoria. All right guys, that is going to wrap up another episode. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. You guys commenting, liking, subscribing, all that stuff, just the support in general is the reason why we can do what we do, and we are forever grateful for that. We have a lot of exciting things in the pipeline for this year. Can't wait to share them with you guys, but thanks for tuning in and we'll see you in the next episode.